I think drag is whatever the heck you want it to be. Can I say hell?
Yes.
Drag is whatever the hell you want it to be. For the people who get it, and the people who don't get it.
My message is I'm going to be anything and everything, but yet nothing at all. I'm kind of an enigma. I'm just like, you don't know what's in front of you, but you like it.
You know, it's weird. By doing drag, I have discovered myself, which is weird because I look like this. This is not what I look like. But by doing drag, it has helped me be comfortable with myself outside of drag.
The amazing, beautiful, the mediocre, Veronica DeVille. Veronica DeVille, everyone.
It's performance art, whether it's on stage or not. You're always performing once you're fully in drag, and it's a statement of like things you appreciate and your take on it.
I can't remember the year, but I remember the first time it was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and it was just such a phenomenon. Like, what the heck? Drag is so outrageous.
One of my friends there knew the drag queen that I ran into, and then one day they just set up an opportunity to paint my face. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I was all for it. And when I looked in the mirror, they put me in this beautiful wig and a sparkly dress, and they painted my face, and I was like, oh, I like her.
I had wanted to do drag for a long time, so I started reaching out to other queens. I started watching YouTube tutorials on makeup. I just finally got enough confidence to go out on Halloween, and I did like a Marilyn Monroe look.
It's very inspiring to me because there's a lot of young drag queens. These younger queens are so talented. They're more sure at a younger age about what they want and who they are, and you can see it in their creativity and what they bring to their drag.
My name is Charlie Askerland. Out of drag, my drag name is Cece Slatina. I'm 15 years old. I came across Trixie Mattel and Katya's show. I loved that so much. That was like my obsession through quarantine. When quarantine started, that's all I watched. I mean, I really just get in drag when I'm feeling it and when I want to dress up. Right now, doing drag for me is just like dressing up in my room and posing and then taking it off. Maybe taking pictures and putting it on my Instagram story, but I'm not really doing I'm not getting in drag to do anything. I'm just getting in drag to be in drag. My dream look would be humongous. It would be larger than life. Maybe I'd be on stilts. I want to be tall. I want to be big.
Before I even started doing drag, drag here was very campy and very like, very much more like, that's a man in a dress. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of focus on being beautiful and gorgeous and like hyper feminine. The coolest thing about Utah drag is we support like all types. We don't really allow people to hate on other styles of drag.
Y'all, it is bright in Salt Lake City.
So my mom is very supportive. My mom has come to multiple shows, and my older sibling has come to a few shows as well. My dad is actively LDS, so his perception of drag is a little bit different. It's not negative. He's actually come to a few shows. My LDS dad has come to a few bar shows, which is, I'm very grateful that he is being supportive. But I don't really know what he thinks about it when I'm not there, you know?
Veronica, stay with me, stay with me. Make some noise for Veronica, everyone.
Salt Lake's LGBT community to other places where I've been. Like, I'm from the East Coast. Queer community has been established for decades, for years, to the point where they've kind of figured things out. Salt Lake, we're kind of newer. We're trying to figure things out. A lot of the queer community here, a lot of the drag community too, come from the Mormon background because this is the mothership, you know? And so with that comes, there's a lot of healing, a lot of sadness, a lot of just, in some instances, trauma. So that translates into also how we present ourselves.
Okay, so do you know anything about drag queens? If so, what's your thoughts?
About what?
Drag queens?
I actually don't.
Aren't they the ones that have like the full nice makeup, like the heavy makeup?
They're men who dress up like famous women.
Men dressing up as women, basically.
Well, there is that misconception, especially here and like more conservative areas, is people don't realize that there's drag kings, there's non-binary drag performers, there's trans drag performers. There's all different styles of drag. Not everybody's impersonating a celebrity. And when I first started, I got asked that a lot, and that was something that really bothered me. I was like, I'm not impersonating anybody. I'm me. Like, I'm Lily Amon. I'm my character, who I created.
The only misconception that I'm actually angry about is that drag queens are like dangerous to children. Drag queens, most of them hate children.
My ideal show in drag. I'm a sucker for kids shows. Just the complete awe a kid gets in their face when they see a drag queen or a drag king. It's just like, what are you? And they're so curious and they're so loving. I would love to do more drag kid shows.
Drag queens around children, the kids will live, the drag queens will live, and it's not like perverted. It's just an art form, you know? It's just a performance.
Drag was more of a political statement, a fight for our rights for the LGBT community. A good example, Marsha P. Johnson did so much for just some of the things that we as a queer community take for granted today. We look at RuPaul, we talked about Lady Bunny as well. They have been in the drag scene for a long, long time. And things that they had to fight or also deal with to just be who they are or were. We don't have to fight for it. They did the groundwork for us. They were able to give us that voice, basically.
By being who we are. We're never gonna go back in any closet. We're never gonna use another name again that is not our name. We're never gonna use a pronoun again that is not our pronoun.
I think right now drag scene is under attack for sure, but I think what's more important from that is it's just a cover up for trans rights. We're like, this is outrageous and I'm prancing about, but trans individuals specifically, they just want to live and they want to have joy. And especially now, so many different groups of people, whether it's religions or politicians, are trying to squash that. And the only destructive behavior I see are the people trying to destroy my community.
What challenges do I face with drag? Well, here in Salt Lake specifically, when I first started, there was not a lot of POC queens. People of color have had to fight a little bit harder to gain a spot in the scene or wherever they want to be on stage. In whatever they're pursuing, they always had to fight a little bit harder.
The struggles with drag, walking to your car at night, like, it can get a little scary. And I'm grateful that it's just an every once in a while thing and it's not me just walking down the street any of the time. Like, I think about women and trans women, like, that's a constant thought in the back of their head.
We definitely have a lot of queer people that, like, queer, LGBT, whatever you want to say, people that live here and are even native to Utah. So, like, I always say, we've always been here. You just may not have noticed.
The best advice I say for drag, and if you want to get into drag, is just get into makeup, go out, prance about. Even if you don't look super cute, just do it. Like, it's just a matter of going out there and creating an image. And the whole point of drag is, in my opinion, to have a community and to spread joy. And just by going out, even if you're not performing, if you're in drag, you can do that.
In the future, I want to be performing. I would love to perform in Salt Lake City. I mean, every city has a drag scene. I really want to be part of the drag scene in Salt Lake City.
If you go to a drag show, you can see the smile on people's faces. And drag performers just want to share their art and love. And I think we do a really good job of that.
I wish every single person in the world knew about drag. I think drag literally reshifts your mindset and how you view the world, how you think, how you see things, how you see yourself. It transformed me in so many different ways, and I feel like it could do the same for everyone. Yes, we're aesthetically beautiful, but even without the glitz and the rhinestones and the wigs and the twirling, we all have that innately in every single one of us. We are all born with it. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. The person outside is beautiful. We all are kings, queens, whatever you want to be called, but we have that superhero capability in all of us.